All right, Christy. Whoop. Hi, I wanted to get that goal. If I had food, he'd come back. Hey, buddy. Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. All right. So we're still in Cohasset. This is a local beach, and you need a sticker. There's a big parking lot, but you need a sticker to park here in the summer. But in the winter again, or in the off season, which is usually I can go out in the spring and the fall too, when it's still nice and warm. So this is a sandy and a rocky beach. I'm looking kind of down at the stones to see what I see. I had a really cool story over here. There's a dog. Hi, sweetheart. You'll hear me talk baby talk to every animal I see. I apologize if you don't like baby talk. Sorry. No, I'm not. Okay, here's a bunch of stones. So what kind of stones do we have? Alright, so these are kind of small. Let's walk over here. Lots of shells on this beach. Hi! There you are! Hi! Hi! It's fine! I love animals! Hi, sweetie! Hi! Oh, that's a cool rock. Oh! Does she go after? She's like thinks I have something to throw. Okay. I love it because you do meet a lot of animals and dogs on the beach. Oh wait, I was going to show you. There were some shells over here. There was a big pile of shells. Let's come down here. All right. Remember, I'm not the expert. I always find these interesting. All kinds of shells will wash up with these little holes in them, and it just fascinates me to no end, because these are like little sea creatures that have been living on the shells, and you know, again, it's really cool to see life. I'm not seeing any real big. This is one of the little snaily shells. I know they're not called snaily shells. Ooh, that one's cool. Let's see. I like his lines. I normally don't take the brown ones, but I like his lines. Okay, let's walk over to the rocks. I started telling you a story. Let's see. Here comes our pooch again. Hi, sweetie. Hi, sweetie. I'm not sure. Okay, what's this one? That one's pretty. So we are actually on the other side of Jerusalem Road. Let me walk down here with you. I have a really cool story. So I had come down here one day, and you can, again, we're not at, there's a medium tide. I'm gonna make up that word, medium tide, because I was out on those rocks collecting more rocks. I came out here in the beginning, maybe a year after my awakening, and you know, I really didn't know what was going on in the beginning. There's a cool looking shell, and oh, grass. That's a pretty little light blue color. I like that rock. So at any rate, and it was like a lot of light workers, I think, experience where, you know, all of a sudden their world just turns upside down, and kind of what they were living just kind of gets all taken away. Although I don't like to see it that way anymore. It was just a change, and I grew a lot through that time, so I don't see it as a bad thing anymore. I just found one of those tiny little white shells that I have only found out on the island in Nantasket. Sorry, I really do have my mind on other places. That is such a cool piece. I'm gonna try not to forget my story. Sometimes I like it when these white oyster shells come in and look like they've been out there a while. There's kind of a cool energy to them. So if I got down here, probably with a rake or my garden claw, I could probably find some more of those little white shells. It's good to know for the future. So at any rate, I had just lost, and I was having a really hard day. I've been crying all day because I was really missing these kids, and that's all I'll go into with that story, except to say that the universe is so good to me. I came out just to be here and hang out, collect stones, get my mind off of it. And the next thing I knew, there were these two small kids that, well, maybe 5 and 7, and they were from Ireland, and they were down here. Hi again. They were down here. Ooh, this is pretty. I can't get through a story, can I? Hi, sweetie. Can I take her home with me? I think she keeps thinking I'm going to throw a rock and I don't want to break her teeth. I'm out here. I'm actually making a little documentary for a friend in Oklahoma. Yeah, I know. So I'm an animal lover, so don't worry about me. Have a good day. To these two kids from Ireland. I was watching them play on the beach, and they came running up to me. And it was the sweetest thing in the world. I must have spent, like, it just changed my whole entire day. And they were out there with, I think it was their nanny. Wow. Here we go. Here's some shells. And she was really nice, but she kind of sat in the distance, and these kids, they came up to me and they were just so excited, and what was I doing? And I said, I'm out here collecting pretty rocks. And so for the next couple hours, these kids came over to me with so many rocks, and some of them were pretty big. And because they're kids and it's the way I am, I couldn't put them back, right? So I had like these, I had to go back to my car and get like several bags, make a couple trips. But it just made, you know, it really made me realize how special the universe and everything is, and, you know, just providing what you need when you need it, even those dark moments, the contrast where we learn. So that was a gift. I have lots of stories like that. That was a very spiritual experience. I don't have to tell you that the energy that day was really strong for me, and the love that I felt from those kids, it was like the universe sent them, and the three of us had this energy going. And I mean, by the end of the day, I was laughing, and I was out there feeling sorry for myself, I must say. Look at that one. Well, I should say, yeah, I was probably feeling sorry for myself, but I was also trying to heal, so I wasn't just out there having a pity party. We got some more interesting stones. Lots of shells on this beach. These, again, we're seeing a lot of these little snail shells and slipper shells. Look, there's another one of those really cool striped ones. There's some mussel shells. They're quite purple. Keeping an eye on several things at once. I'm getting better at this, I think. My first few videos may have made you sick. Not, but just by the turning, I mean. Trying to be steady. Ooh, that's pretty. It's only a partial shell, but it comes from one of those big, beautiful snail-like shells that I'm gonna now have to go home and figure out what they are. Oh, this is so pretty over here. I've actually never walked back here. This is private property on the other side of this, but there's some beautiful landscape and these giant stones. There's another piece of concrete from a hurricane. Oh, it's just, you feel like you're in your own little world when you come back here. There's a piece of brick, pretty worn down. So that's the energy of this beach. Those kids will, I snuck some pictures as they were leaving of the back of them. I don't like putting, you know, and it's a private picture, you know, I don't like putting pictures of kids up on the internet because they're not my own. So, there's some fun stuff. I love getting in these little like cave areas. Yeah, it makes me feel like Josh Gates. Although, I have to admit, I think he's a little bit above my level of expertise. Just climbing through. Let's see. Oh, this is so much fun. I love this. You see how they get like caught up in here? Oh! Alright. That's fun. Let's see how beautiful the sides of these. Just green, 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 green. Alright, let's turn around and get a picture from the other side. 1331. And I'm with these two on. Okay, just getting some adjustments here. And you know, honestly, when Doug and I first moved here, we lived in Quincy, Massachusetts, and that's along Route 3A, which we would take 3A to come out quite often to this area. I mean, especially when we first moved from Nashville, you know, if we go over, there's Cohasset Center, which is not on the water. Whoops, did you see that tray? And then there's Situate, and it's a little town climbing over rocks. It's a little town next to Cohasset on the water. And there's some very fun areas to go. I love these. I just do. A lot of people don't pick them up, but I do. So there's some fun places to go down there, and Doug and I used to go down there quite often. All right, lots of shells. Making my way back to the car. Ooh, there's one of those really cool ones. Let's see, I don't know what. Sometimes I'll take these home and they'll dry, and I realize that they're not going to be bright enough once I put them through even the rock tumbler. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at all the quartz. Whoops. I think we trespassed. I didn't go that far, don't worry. I've never seen that sign. Oh, I just don't think anybody should own beaches. And a lot of people, like I said, with the most beautiful views will put up hedges and all around their property, and that just, oh, it frustrates me to no end because I just want to see the view. All right, let's look and see what we got. Okay, so let me get up here. Oh, there's a little Boston Terrier. Anybody watching these videos is going to have to get used to me talking baby talk because it's a natural instinct when I start talking to animals and wildlife. No, they Hi, you guys. Hi! You two of you! Hi! Hi! Yeah, it's just rocks. No food. No food. I hope you don't mind me filming your dog. Hi! Okay, off he goes. Alright, all of you, how many of you, I know some people can't stand it, but you with animals, admit it. You talk, baby, talk to your animals too. Okay. So let's give you one more view. There's the, oh gosh, I really wish you could see it. You can see it so clearly. And I can't do close-ups because it just really blurs the, it's not a very good image. So I've tried it before and the pictures don't come out. So I'm gonna leave you with this beautiful view and that rock that now apparently is owned by that house. Put out a big ugly sign that says private property. But it's still beautiful. It's down, so. Here we go. I'm looking here as I'm walking for just to kind of eye the rocks. Ooh, we have another puppy dog. Hello! Oh, hi you! Come here. Very friendly. Oh, what a day! Oh, I love these. Okay. Alright, so some pink. Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it? Boston is that direction. You can't see it, thank goodness. You can see it if you go out to the tip of Nantasket. And you can actually see Boston. I stopped. I was going to, take a video or a picture to show you in when I was driving through. Now I'm like losing my train of thought again. I'm sorry, I'm looking at rocks. When I was driving through the woods, there's an area up there with an outlook where you can see Boston, and I wanted to just show you how far we are from the city. But when I put my camera up, you couldn't see it, and I was like, oh, frustrating, because I can see it clearly with my own eyes. Oh, look what I just found. I love those. Okay. Catch you at the next stop. We'll see how far this goes. Having fun. I love those fences. I love those old fences along the coast. I'm just taking a breath.